All right, who wants to be leader? Dan?
Yeah, all right. I'll
I'll vote for him.
Nah, too late.
He knows the rules.
Hold on. Do I?
I watched a video.
I watched some guys play it, and then I read it to you two, so we all know.
I didn't pay attention the entire time.
Okay.
This is why you can't be the leader.
Dan, you're the leader.
All right, I'm the leader.
Yeah.
All right.
Take the plane.
I'm taking my goddamn
Take your
plane.
little micro machine.
It's a plane, boss. It's a plane.
Just start the song.
Welcome to Games Overboard. I'm PJ.
I'm Dan.
I'm JB.
Yeah.
Sup?
Shanna and Angie are here too.
Heckle.
Heckle.
Heckle, heckle.
No, we just need Jekyll.
Uh,
Don't shake your head at me.
That's why JB's here.
Hey, Dan.
Oh.
I want to tell you something really cool.
Uh-huh.
Jamie Stegmeyer.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Since I wasn't on for apiary, it's very important that I catch you up.
Oh, no, you'd be surprised how much information about him was shared in the episode. You're a substitute over here.
I know. I was very proud that I made a new stalker for my super best friend, Jamie Stegmeyer. Anyway, so he makes an amazing queso now.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yes. He doesn't like the ones we make here in America because we use like Velveeta and
in
stuff.
case of surprise guests.
So he found a recipe that uses...
Just reach over the table and slap you.
That was really bad, yeah.
And he makes it with... This recipe calls for evaporated milk and like cheddar shredded. And he posted a picture. It looked amazing.
That sounds like Spanish.
Yeah, cheese and
Yes.
dairy has
Yep.
revolutionized
And
the sauce
evaporated
industry.
milk.
That cheddar must work out because it's shredded.
I can't with you right now.
Hey, Dan.
Hey.
I have another one for you.
Oh, dear God.
But I'll save it for later.
Okay, great.
I think we need to make some of that queso.
We can.
For
It was very... It's
Yes.
very detailed. The
Let's
recipe.
make some of that cheese.
we already
Because
eat
that's all
cheese.
queso
Oh my
is
god,
in
that's
Spanish.
the best awkward pause ever. No one wanted to acknowledge you.
If you'll notice, that's my everyday life. Nobody wants to acknowledge me.
Dare we say this is a maddening conversation?
I mean, we have reached that peak.
You guys are crazy.
We gotta turn
by
this
peak, you
plane
mean
around.
you reach that
Yeah, we do.
mountain. That mountain.
That's peaks.
Never mind.
That's the top of the mountain.
Are you saying that you've climaxed?
He reached the zenith.
I did climax.
This is the apex of our podcasting.
Ironically, this is my rock bottom.
Swallow PJ.
That is funny and hurtful at the same time.
Win some, you lose some.
Oh, shit. So, today we have for you Mountains of Madness. Where the hell did it go?
Made by Yellow Games,
Yellow.
which I learned of Yellow Games from Dungeon Fighter. It's the first Yellow game I ever bought and friggin' loved. And designed by Rob Davio, guy who created Risk Legacy and pretty much every Legacy game known to man.
Oh, so he's the reason we have this shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
He also had a big hand in Betrayal House on the Hill and a whole bunch of other games too.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can definitely see his influence when it comes to this.
I have
That
another.
was pretty good.
I have another thing here.
Are you okay?
You ready?
Oh,
So he has a pet please, and we all feel this.
pet please or a pet
Pet
peeve?
please. No, it's when he doesn't like to talk about pet peeves. Talk about pet pleases. Doesn't make him happy. Jeez, would you please stalk him?
Please, can I have a pet?
He's a very
I don't
positive
know. I'd like to have a
person.
pet, please.
It's yeah.
He is. He doesn't make negative videos. and things like that,
Exactly.
yeah.
So he likes when he calls it improving upon the GPS time. Improving upon, i.e., making sure he gets there like 5 minutes earlier.
Oh, yeah, every
Like-
man does it.
He says he feels a little anxiety when it says like we'll get there at 9:03. He's like, so how can I get there at
At
9?
Now, every guy that has GPS and going down the
And
road,
gal.
we try to outrun the clock.
It's a
see
challenge.
if we can get a better time.
I've seen you add an hour to our drive time because you were using your GPS instead of just saying.
Okay, he's
staying on the
not. He's
highway.
not lying. This was coming out of New York and trying to get back home.
We knew where we were. If you can't get home from Wawa, you can't get home.
Okay,
and you
first of
added
all-
40 minutes to
first
our
of all-
drive time.
I was fucking tired, and I only had 3 hours of sleep.
We were like 20 minutes away, and it turned into an hour-long drive because you insisted on following your GPS. Because who knows? Instead of just
Well, yeah, because
taking our exit.
I went to a gas station. I was like, I'm fucking tired. I need to get a drink and wake myself up. And I forgot that I actually had another one put into the GPS.
The
And
whole
when I
time.
got in the car, I was like, yeah, why is it making me get off here? All right, I guess.
The whole time I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're like 2 exits away from our exit. What are you doing? He's like, I'm just going to get off the road and go north for the next 8 miles. For no reason. Anyway.
Don't drive with me when it's fucking midnight and I only had 3 hours of sleep.
Sorry, you're really proud of being like, yeah, guys, do that. We save a lot of time with GPS.
Yeah, hey JB. Hey JB.
So we played
Give me a fucking nerf.
Mansions of Madness.
This is why you should always
Mountains of
trust the
Mansions.
truck driver.
Yeah, truck driver knows.
Just give me a gun.
You get home from Wawa. You just stay on 80 till our exit.
Right.
Stop hitting the table.
Oh no, he's gonna continue.
I know.
Oh, sorry, Dad.
Okay, you made fun of me.
I didn't.
So what did we play?
He made fun of
We
you.
played Mountains of
did.
Madness.
Mountains of
Mountains
Madness.
of Mansions.
Not mansions. There's no
I want to
mansions.
say it's based on the story at the Mountains of Madness, but it's not. There's
No.
no
I mean,
relation between the
it's-
two.
Very, very, very loosely based. Very loosely based.
You're climbing a mountain in Antarctica. There's the relation.
And there's the end game, like what happens when you get home.
Oh yeah,
If you
yeah,
get home.
yeah.
Yeah, Madness was there. It felt more like an Indiana Jones game, but like
Oh,
Indiana
yeah.
Jones is fighting a Eldritch
A great
Horse.
old one.
Because the Madness angle, but at the end, like you felt like an archaeologist. Like you're getting relics. You got it.
That belongs in a museum.
Yeah, right.
Right?
You're just colonizing the mountain, and
Or if
it didn't-
Harrison Ford now, that belongs in a museum.
art time. Yeah. Other than the fact that Madness is involved and a mountain, it had nothing to do with with the story.
Yeah, I mean the cover of the box does have the blind penguins.
Yeah. Which is pretty fucking awesome. Those abominations. And that is one of the
And we did encounter a Shoggoth, but like really we'll get to that.
We'll do yeah.
So this game is a cooperative game. It's also kind of a party game. But
Yeah, I can it could be taken as a party game.
it like on the surface you would watching people play it's like this is a weird party game where it makes you do silly things and
So I did watch that not a let's
from
play.
the Dice Tower.
The Dice Tower did a playthrough, and that's what I got out of it. Like, wow, this is really silly. And then we played it, and I was like, fuck. this is really silly sometimes.
Yeah, this is a very silly game, but it's also a very hard game.
I mean, when you take the punishments into account, it can be hard.
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward, but then just frustrating.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we did pretty well, which tells me that we must have been playing this wrong if we did as well as we did for our first time.
Oh yeah.
Like
I was thinking we really killed it.
We
Now
had
you
to have
put
been doing
down my
something
mind.
wrong.
Yeah.
Like, we had to. We've never done this full on a game before.
Yeah, but it's like, well, this isn't a game really based on decisions a whole lot. It's like,
yeah.
it's mostly just move up, the mountain and then play the required cards. It's not, there's not a whole lot of like, oh, should I do this, or that?
Right, I think we got really lucky just in the fact that
we can't really get in each other's way.
Right. Which, as
I mean, no, we
both
totally
of you know,
we got in each other's way the whole time.
I mean, well, JB knows more than anybody that I'm notorious for getting in the way.
Yeah. And trying to play cards was interesting. So, when you go to a new location on the mountain and you're scaling the mountain, you flip over the tile that you are landing your plane on, and that tile will have certain icons and a number, like gun, a little gun picture, and then 6 to 10. So you need to play as many cards that have the number value that totals up to, somewhere in the 6 to 10 range.
Right.
Sometimes it has to be that exact number, like 13. And,
Yeah, and when it's an exact number, it says this, or sometimes they'll do it must be this or this.
5
And
or...
not.
And
Yeah.
not.
5 or 9, not 7. That one sucked.
Yes, it
Oh, that
did.
was terrible. So, then you just have to communicate with each other, which is
To the best of your ability.
to the best of your ability, about how many cards of what suit you're going to be playing to complete the objectives.
Honestly, I think this time JB got in the way.
What?
Just because of the...
I wasn't doing math. Yeah.
That's why, the
Yeah.
non-mathing.
What's the bottom card?
I don't fucking know.
Is it a blue book?
No, I didn't put down a book.
No, I have 3,
PJ!
4, and 5 books.
Shit, what? JB, what'd you put down?
What is
I
happening?
put one down.
When you put a card down?
What were we supposed to do last time?
Oh my god! JB, we need knowledge. Do you have knowledge? Do you have a book?
I didn't put any books down. I didn't put any cards down.
PJ!
I have a book, and I have
put down
3
a book.
books.
I put down a book.
I have 3, 4, 5 books.
Oh, damn it!
Time is out.
You're gonna fucking lose! What the hell?
Yes, PJ.
How many do you have?
I have a 3, 4, and a 5.
Okay, well,
How many?
PJ!
I have 3 in there. We need
God damn it.
We
will you
need-
just tell me how many
we need 13 altogether.
Okay, JB, how many do you have? We've got 3 in there. What do you need?
I have 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, I fucking shrunk JB!
You have 12.
So I have.
And we need...
many.
We need 10. 10?
No, I
PJ!
Can't, I can't do
We
10.
need 13.
I can't do 13.
No,
We're
we
done.
can't.
We're over.
Okay, it's over.
I thought I was making it clear. I have 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah. I'm running on a Windows 95 today, and you'd be like, I don't know, we need 13, and you're like, I got 2, I got 4, you're like, I got 3 more, and then you'd all look at me and be like, I don't, like, every time, just like, well, how many is that? What do I need? And then, like, no one would tell me. Like, I kept on even asking, and no one was clarifying the whole time. I was like, isn't it the rules? We can't just be open and honest with each other about this?
We were just too busy trying to,
Yeah.
move on to the next subject.
I'm
and
like between rounds, I'm like, I got 5 guns. And everyone's like ignoring me. Like, I'm trying to do this math ahead of time so we know exactly how many we have.
JB caught a glimpse of the day in the life of me.
Yeah, and no one answered me the whole time. It was really frustrating. Kind of hurt
Run
my
on
feelings.
MS-DOS.
I thought maybe
I run on DOS.
it wasn't good. I mean, it was all right, but yeah, I definitely was a handicap to the team because I was not doing that math quick.
I even tried to help you.
All people had to do is be like, "You need 3 book. You need 2 cubes."
That's right. We needed to go back to Neanderthal.
Yeah, that's how you were doing it in the beginning, and I called it out and made fun of you. I was like, "Why are you saying like 2 gun?"
I've got
But I
4
have-
book,
okay, that's 9.
and I've got
Guns.
6 gun.
Like
I
the
could have
rest of
sworn I
us.
said guns.
No, the rest of us were using plurals, and you're just like, "I got 1 gun, 2 box," and like, and then it got me. It's exactly how I'm doing it from now on. But it would have been nice to like just quick math. Yo, you got 3. We should play like Go Fish. Like,
So,
Maybe next time.
you got 3 ropes. Cool.
so then if you can't complete an objective, you have to suffer consequence of some kind. Usually it's taking an injury, or more often, taking a madness card.
So the one thing that we did not do was none of us as a leader did the dice.
Yeah.
None of us did the die to see what we would get. Yeah. And that's how you would get more injuries normally and that stuff. So, like I said,
So we were doing it wrong.
no, because it was a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice.
Yeah, we as leaders could choose one way or the other, and because we were advancing pretty quickly up the mountain, there was no real reason to not take the madness,
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that dice until you said it. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a whole part of the game."
Oh, yeah, right,
We didn't
yes.
even touch that. I forgot.
Yeah.
Now, this wouldn't be the first time we've done something like that with a game.
What, forgetting something?
Well, not just forgetting something,
Ignoring
but like
something?
Not
ignoring
using a whole mechanic.
ignoring a whole mechanic because we
Last
didn't need
week with Apiary,
Oh,
the seed cards.
To. Oh yeah, we barely
We're-
used the seed
we
card.
didn't
Yeah,
use
see,
No.
see what I mean?
And I watched Stegmeyer's how to play. Like he teaches how to teach the game
Okay.
on YouTube, and
Stop touching the table, please.
touche. So I'm not thumping it though. I just want to
I
say,
thumped it once.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because this
thump me
nut-
twice.
Jesus Christ. That's where I was going to. I'm trying to be nice. What the hell is happening when I'm not the dirtiest one in the room? I must be sick.
So, anyways, I learned that about Apiary, the seed cards, they all have a wild resource icon at the top, and you can trade it in for any resource.
Oh, I didn't
So those cards actually have a pretty good value.
Oh, so
the
we
game.
were really screwing each other over.
Yeah, we never
Well,
used any of them.
ourselves.
I looked at one sample one, and I don't remember seeing that. Just be like, nope, yeah, this sucks. Spending my bees elsewhere.
So, anyways, that was just something I learned that next time we play that game, I'll have to pay
We'll have
attention
to use
to.
those, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But for this game, trying to segue into something, but I forgot.
Yeah, what happened?
Why we even got to this? Oh, ignoring the penalty
Yeah.
die. Yeah,
I feel like you just went from Windows 95 to MS DOS.
I just blue screened right there.
Oh, shit.
Error 404.
Yeah. Damn.
I don't even like Teenage Dan.
Damn.
Yeah, that's true. I don't. What am I talking about? I don't like mid-30s.
Damn.
Fuck you, JB. Fuck you, PJ.
Oh, no.
I was gonna say, I liked
No.
Teenage Dan and mid-30s.
No, I was hoping you
That- see,
forgot.
at least one
guess
of us likes me. What?
It's time
Yeah, no, fuck you.
for
Fuck you. What the hell are you? What are you doing? What are you doing?
story.
What are you doing with your life?
Oh,
Clearly
I'm
nothing.
having a grand
So many
old time.
things.
God damn it.
I was really hoping he forgot because I remembered, but I was like, cool, we didn't even talk about components. Like, we're just moving on. We're moving on. What,
I know.
What don't you like? I thought we were rushing through this
I
one.
was, I didn't want to rush, but I didn't want to do
Well, I
this.
didn't want to do this. That's what I'm saying. If we could keep him.
Yeah, I know. Just keep him distracted. Fine, do it. You've got it. Just fucking do it.
This one is called Lost.
Oh, like that horrible show you liked to watch
Oh,
in
no,
college?
no. The first
Not
couple
horrible.
seasons of that show are great.
The whole thing's good. Like, there's
What?
too much filler. Like, they were forced to make too many episodes.
Well, and like too many things that didn't matter. But the first like 2 or
Yeah.
3 seasons is a ride. It's
Yeah.
great. And then eventually it's
Yeah, I used to piss him off every day we'd come back into work. Every Monday, I'd say, PJ, I watched an episode of Lost. No, don't tell me. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch last night. So you know what happens? They get lost. Fuck you. And he did it every week, and he never learned.
all right. Well, I mean,
Same
that's on
shitty
him.
joke, and he never learned.
Oh, I did.
It was cool though that they saved the title card to the end because something weird happened. You'd be like, "Wait, what?" And then I'm lost.
Yeah.
and be like, "Yeah, all right, good call."
Oh, that's
I would
what I
say
want
the
you to
ending of the show was
know.
awesome. The ending of the show was really good.
It's not what we're here to
Mixed
talk
feelings. All right, so give us the word puzzle.
You should have just kept stalling him.
No, 'cause I know it's
Jack.
coming.
Goes on a trip with his compass. After a long walk, he stops to eat a sandwich.
Because he's a fat kid.
He is not able to find his way back home afterwards. Or his way back afterwards. I added the word home. It's not in there.
Way to go, dick.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait.
I think it's because
He
he
goes-
was putting his compass too close to his belt buckle and therefore destroying the compass itself.
Oh, no.
Close.
He ate the compass because it was in his sandwich.
Well, yeah, right.
That's
All
what I was gonna
so
say.
let me get it straight. This guy goes out to the woods with a compass.
He goes on a trip with his compass.
Usually when you
Okay.
go into the woods, but if he's just going on I-80
So yeah,
with
he
the compass,
fell.
he's an idiot.
His compass was in his pocket or something. He fell. He tripped with it and he busted it. And then he stopped to get his lunch and couldn't figure out his way back
No.
because he tripped with it. He made sure to tell me.
No.
No, I was on to something there.
Nah, they might. I think these girls have something. He fucking ate it. It fell in his sandwich. And he was like, num, num, num. I'm a fat kid and I didn't notice.
No.
All right, one more time.
Jack goes on a trip with his compass.
Oh, he tripped and fell.
After a long walk, he stops to eat a sandwich.
Uh-huh.
He is not able to find his way back afterwards.
He ate one of those fucking mushrooms.
He didn't bring his compass with him on the long walk. He took a trip with it. He went to China with a compass in his pocket. And he left it at the hotel. And then he went for a long walk.
And he left
And
it
then
in
he
his
ate
hotel-
lunch.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the way you should start thinking with these things, but that's not what happened here.
Okay, because I had 2 good ones where I was on a roll there.
Yeah,
Having a
pretty good.
trip with the compass is a
That's
good
right.
one. Is a compass, like a type of food? Is this like a...
No, it's it's a straight up
actual
compass.
compass.
Okay.
All right, so he sat down to eat his lunch, right? The compass fell out of his pocket, hit a rock, and got damaged.
No.
Do we or do we not know the condition of the compass? Is the compass okay?
Yeah.
Okay, because we're going to start narrowing things down. Okay.
That's the goal of
So
this.
the compass didn't break. Do you know what he ate for lunch?
A sandwich.
Oh, okay.
What was on the sandwich?
Well, I'm shortening it in my brain. Just like
Pimento cheese.
compass lunch.
And the last of Binks's ham.
Oh,
The
Binks'
last of Binks'
ham.
ham.
No.
I just love how he's so engaged.
Did he? Well, yeah. I feel like I'm doing it like the way you're supposed to, except I'm not choking you guys. Did he bring the compass with him on his walk?
Yep.
Did he have his compass when he ate lunch?
Yep.
Does he have the compass the whole time?
Yep.
Okay. I'm not good at 20 questions.
Those are
but like
all
2,000
good questions, though,
2,000
to be
questions. So
asking.
he has his compass the whole time.
Yep.
Because he wasn't checking it. Because he doesn't know how to read a compass.
Oh, no.
So, unlike the last time, we can't say that the compass slept with his wife.
No. Not
So-
this time.
He threw the
Yeah.
compass over the mountain. 'Cause he's
And he was
angry.
mad at himself instead of the compass.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whose compass? You said it was his grandfather's compass?
No,
it's
it was just a compass.
Oh.
Now you're reading into it.
You're
Well,
onto
say,
something. We
'cause-
need to know the backstory of the compass.
The grandfather wanted the compass back and took the compass, so therefore he couldn't use the compass anymore, and that's when I got lost.
Yes, that's right. His grandfather
Give me
just
back my
found
compass.
him while he was on his
You
walk.
thieving
Exactly.
piece.
With these stories, probably.
Okay. I don't know. We'll come back to
Yeah, we can circle back.
components. I don't know.
Yep. That's the next phase. How are the components in this game, Danielson?
First of all, I'm not Japanese, but thank you.
It's Danforth. Was it?
That's right. That was my character, Danforth. Yeah, these are really simple. You have player cards, like not even a sheet. It's just a card.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your board, which is 4 large tiles, and then everything on the mountain is just it's just a little tile card. That's it.
You forgot about the plane.
The plane's adorable.
You get a little micro
You
machines
get a micro
plane.
machines plane. It should have a base, but the person I bought the plane from broke it, so it was just a
Go
micro
check, make
machines
sure the
plane.
chids have gone to bed.
Ah.
The chids?
The chids.
Okay. At least it's not the chuds.
No.
Yeah.
In this house.
If anybody's listening and they got that reference, God bless you.
No, everybody knows. Chud 2, Bud the Chud.
I've never seen Chud.
Oh, okay. No.
I know of Chud.
I just...
That's all right. I mean, it's like saying, like, oh, I've never seen Gone with the Wind, except Gone with the Wind sucks, and Chud is awesome. So,
It's
I've never
it's
seen
something.
Toxic Avenger either.
what?
I know,
Yeah.
I'm... Dude,
man.
it's huge, like, fucking off the rails here. I still want to see the new one.
Yeah.
Peter
it's not-
Dinklage.
Fuck yeah, as Toxie.
Yeah, I think they showed it at, like, a festival, and that's been it so far.
That's so far?
Yeah, it's not out anywhere yet.
Because when they announced Peter Dinklage as Toxic Avenger, I assumed it was going to be his voice, because you've never seen it, though, right? So
No.
when he turns into the Toxic Avenger, all of a sudden he has this, like, 50s teen health video narrator voice. Like, so he goes from this, like, you know, he's
This
like,
dweeby little
guy.
kid.
And then he's talking like this, like, thank you, citizen, I've been happy to help you. And, like, it's awesome. It's the best voiceover ever. So when they announced it, I thought Peter Dinklage was going to be the voice of the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, right.
No, Peter Dinklage is
He's the Toxic
mutant guy
Avenger.
with a mop. Like, it's going to be awesome.
I'm
All right,
so excited.
So, what about the components that have to do with Toxic Avenger?
Chud. We're talking about Chud. That's
Oh
what I
yeah,
got to.
Chud's really good. Yeah, back
anyway.
on topic to Chud. Watch
No,
it.
so the rest of it is the rest of the components are just cards.
Yeah, it's mostly a card game.
It's mostly cards. And and you've got various types of cards. You have your equipment cards,
Yep.
which are going to be things like your weapons, your supply crates, and then tools that you may need.
Yep.
On your expedition, you're going to get injury cards, which are always going to be there right from the start, depending on how many people you have playing the game. So we played with 3. We had 3 injuries. And then you have your biggest thing are your madness cards. And you get 3 levels of madness cards. And
I
each
literally
one-
just saw Dan like have a flashback. Like PTSD just kicked in. When he said madness.
Jesus Christ.
There was a pause after he said
We'll talk about those madness cards in a
cards.
second because I did forget another type of card.
Your
and
hand.
The relics.
The relic cards.
which cause the madness.
Yes. So you've got your arcane relics, and then you have your normal relics. And the arcane relics are going to be things that will help you in your equipment.
They're just your equipment cards, but better.
Like the strongest type. And then your relics cards are the things that are going to drive you fucking insane.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you need so many... Why are you guys dueling with hair?
We're touching tips. We're doing an avatar thing over here.
Oh, okay.
We're in business.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Touching tips with my girlfriend. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, that's not as bad as avataring with her.
Yeah, that's true.
Really
That's
personal. Intimate. So, curses.
So,
Madness.
so these
Yeah,
madness
that's-
cards, like I said, they've got 3 levels.
And this is definitely like the shtick of
Yes,
the game,
definitely.
you know? Like,
Yeah.
this is the
So
whole
each-
gimmick.
Each level of madness gets progressively more silly.
And more cumbersome to deal with.
Yes, thankfully, when you get a new madness card, your old madness card is gone.
Yeah, that was a relief.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Because if not, I would have had to have screamed every time someone said crate and then still had my fucking eyes closed. You have 14 guns?
Yeah.
Then lay down your guns.
Yeah.
Okay.
JB, I have
I
four
need
I only have
tools.
I need... Can you close your eyes, please?
Oh, yeah, I'm not whispering.
Yeah. No, close your eyes, please. Okay.
Okay.
No. And you can close your eyes.
Okay.
Or you can turn around.
What's going on?
Okay, thank you. You
What
can open your
happened?
eyes now.
What happened?
No, don't worry about it.
Jesus
fine.
fucking Christ.
It's fine.
God damn it.
Uh-oh. We're out of time.
Do I pay to spend a thing? Do you want me to spend a thing? Do I
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
fucking
it.
spend it.
spend a thing here?
Okay, so I've got 4 tools.
I got 4 tools.
Okay, that gives us 8. Does anybody else have more tools?
I have 9 crates.
Oh, we're supposed to be calling?
What?
I have 9 crates.
Okay, if you put your 9 down, I put mine 4, and he puts his 4.
Yeah.
I would not have been able to play this game.
Yeah, by the end, I had to mimic everything the person to my right did, which Dan had to do everything with his eyes closed, so I had to close my eyes.
And I wasn't allowed to say the type of like resource we needed to spend. So I had to say things instead of calling them like weapons or knowledge or something.
And I
so
have
had to
no
be
idea what the
I
hell
have
he's
2
doing.
things. I have 3 things. Neither one of these
I
guys
can't fucking
are
see
looking
what's
at their
going
fucking
on.
hands or the card. I'm like pointing at it. I'm tapping on it, just like we need 3 things.
I really liked
Over your Stevie
the
wandering
first
around.
level.
Hoping to solve fucking, child hunger or something. And like, it's insane.
I really liked the first level of the madness, though, where I couldn't say anything until someone called on
He
me.
had to raise
I
his
had to raise
fucking
my
hand.
hand.
Okay, PJ.
Yes, there are currently 4 crates in there.
No, because
We
if
need-
I put in one, then we're going to be over. I have 6 crates.
So,
PJ.
We passed the crates.
Jesus fucking Christ. I should have given you the madness.
Alright, do it.
PJ,
guns?
We don't have any guns.
Yeah, no guns.
I've got 6 guns.
Well, then. All right.
Not enough.
Why are we even wasting our time? Time's up.
It's up.
That was my least favorite one because like
He's trying to say something. You're
I
like,
spent the
what?
whole timer
PJ.
just like, the fuck are you doing? What do you do? Do you want a high five? What are we doing? Like, what is that? Why do you have your hand up? And like,
I'm like, PJ, thank you. Yes.
yeah, yeah, it was like the entire timer. The first like half of the game was us not solving things, spending the whole first timer being like, "What are you doing?"
What is your problem?
So one of the key things on this is when you have a madness, no one else is allowed to know exactly what your card says.
Yeah, you have to kind of figure it out as
So
you plan.
yeah, you have to figure it out. So PJ's, luckily, I was able to catch on pretty quick.
Yeah, after right before the timer ended for the first round, you
I was
got
like,
it.
what, PJ? What? Yes, thank you. Oh my god. But yeah, thankfully, when you get a new madness, you get rid of that. But if you get a new madness, you're going up in a level of madness. You only get 3 levels of madness, and when you can't take another level of madness, you take an injury.
Or you lose a leadership token.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah.
So there are plenty
Which,
of
in terms
ways-
of components, are these really nice poker chips.
Yeah, really nice
which I
poker
love.
chips with this great design. But they're like a lot of games that we play. So many ways to lose.
Yeah. Co-op games, that's what they're there for, you know.
So many ways to
Lots
lose.
of ways to lose, only one way to win.
I mean, the only way really to lose is to be disappointed by your teammates in these games.
And for once, I was not the weakest link.
Yeah. I will say.
How do you feel?
I feel pretty good.
All right, that's great. Now, moving on.
No, I will say for components, I do wish the cards were a little bit more like distinct on the back or something, because we spent a lot of time like, oh, I gain a whatever, a relic or something, and we're like, all right, which one's
Yeah,
these?
where
we're
are
like
the
looking
relics?
around because there's like 6 different piles of cards on the table and they're all different things, but not like.
But 3 of them all have the same backing.
Yeah,
so.
it's not snappy enough. Yeah, the fact that you actually have to like flip through the deck to pull things out.
Yeah.
I mean, it plays like a card game though. It plays like something you can play with regular cards.
Oh, yeah,
as
like
long as
this-
you set up rules.
This feels like something you could play, like I was saying when we were playing it, this feels like something that when they were workshopping it, they used a fucking normal deck of cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good point, and you're probably right. They probably just used regular playing cards.
And that
Because
makes
you've got 4 things that you can use.
there's like 4 suits basically
Yeah.
and that you got to spend on. It feels just like a regular card game, but also there's like a board element we're doing to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like for sure. And then I think that extends into the whole like, oh, you got to like, sorry, I'm tapping everything. You got to like pick the cards out of the deck because they have the same back as the other cards if you're looking
Right.
for whatever they were.
Yeah, something very
Or-
specific.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my thing on components.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to quality of them, though, I think they're pretty. I mean, it's a pretty decent quality.
Mm-hmm.
It's. I'm not gonna lie. I picked this up from a shop that it was in their consignment section.
Oh, wait, how much did you pay for it? And how much would you have paid for it if you?
Well, hold on. Let's just see.
Actually, we talked about this before we even got downstairs to play the game.
Yeah. So how much does it normally go for? I know we usually do this at the end, but I just because it's I brought it up.
Yeah, so I've been excited to play this game. I've been eyeing this game up for 6 years now. Yeah, and
Longer than I've been back home, man.
yeah, and every time it frequently drops down to $25. I'm like, oh, that's a really good price. And I'll go next time, because usually it's in the 40 range.
Yeah.
And so when you said you got it, I'm like, oh my god, I have been waiting to play this game for so long.
So when I picked this up, I'm like, oh shit, does PJ have this game already? And I just haven't seen it. I'm like, fuck, I can't pass up the price. I'm gonna buy it. I'm like, PJ, do you have this? No. I'm like, fuck yeah. He's gonna be so mad when I tell him I only paid $15 for it.
Nice. Wow, it's the first time ever that someone got a game for less money than you would have paid for
I
it.
know,
I
right?
guess you
Yeah,
every
it's
trick in the
fucking
book.
elite
I
bullshit
do
here.
want to. I would like to address that because you're right. I do say that a lot, and I want to say why. The reason why is because when I recommend a game, I want to make sure people know the price I paid for the game. Because when I buy a game for $40, but the game normally costs $80, I want people to know that. Yeah, I recommend it for what I paid for it.
No, and I do actually appreciate that, yeah. Because, there are some games oh my god, for a $60 game, this is the best thing I've ever played. And someone's like, excuse me, sir, that's $800 worth of pieces of game.
Yeah.
I tried Warhammer once.
Oh.
So,
I would love to play Warhammer, but that's an expensive hobby.
My nephew is fucking addicted to that shit. I'm like, buddy, you need to get a decent job just to keep up with it. That's an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
it's like a great divorce strategy, though. Because here's the thing, because you're going to end up getting one if you get into it, right? That's probably going to end up happening. And you put all your money into figurines that no one's going to want. So I'm just saying. You
I
unevenly
want
stack
half
the deck.
everything. You want half my army, bitch? Fine.
Yeah, but the problem is they're going to add up the value. And it's
I'll
like,
give you the
didn't-
unpainted ones.
Yeah, you lost the house and the kids and the cars, and you have to pay your entire paycheck, but you got to keep your Warhammer stuff when we split it 50-50.
It's a win-win. Yeah.
I feel like we need to shout out to the game store that we
Yeah, so
got this at.
It's a memorable
big
game.
shout out to the Seventh Dimension where we picked that up.
Down outside Philly, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in
it's in Bensalem.
No, it's in Jenkintown.
That's right, Jenkintown,
Jenkintown.
Pennsylvania. So we got in there. The guy was setting up a tournament. I don't even.
I remember
the
what it
game-
was.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, this must be a Magic." He's like, "Nope, it's this." I'm like, "Oh shit, I've never heard of that game." He's like, "Yeah, everybody through the week bought their own packs."
Disney Lorcana. Was it Lorcana?
I don't know.
Lorcana's like huge.
But
right
he
now.
said like they had just gotten a bunch of packs in. Everybody that was playing bought a pack, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna be there at the tournament night." And like that night we went. He's like, "Yeah, so I'm closing the shop here at like what 9 or something like that."
No, they don't close till 11.
Yeah, but he was closing it down, and then they were doing a tournament all night long. Dude, more power to you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was
But
an awesome store.
it was a
too.
great store. We found a lot of really good games. We found Dinosaur Island.
God, they video chatted me, and there's so many awesome games there.
That freaking wall of games was
Oh my god, it was
ridiculous.
awesome. So we got Dinosaur Island with the Kickstarter exclusive stuff. So the
Well, they're the
metal
extreme
coins.
editions.
That was the extreme edition, and then we also got the Kickstarter exclusive liquid edition. Totally liquid edition.
That's the expansion.
That's the expansion, Kickstarter expansion, and then we got Raiders of the North Sea, and then 2 of its expansions as well.
So awesome. You gotta play those.
Oh hell yeah,
We spent way too much money there.
we did, but I think the guy was happy because he made a lot of money, and he was really fun and really nice to talk to.
Cool.
So we did have a good time there. But back to the game at hand.
Yes,
Sorry
but now
for,
we need
like-
to do a Games Overboard field trip.
I think we do.
Games Overboard on the road.
I think JB should come with us too.
Games on the road. So what works in this game?
The co-op strategy on this, or the whole fact that it's co-op, really works for me, as well as the Madness cards. They are ridiculous. They are fun. And just like some other party games, you do have some blank ones in there that you can just fuck with somebody really bad.
Yeah.
I did not know this until we played it tonight.
But they were blank ones you're supposed to fill out ahead of time?
Yes,
So,
that they're blank
I didn't know
ones.
that either. It worked to my advantage.
It did work to your advantage. So JB, what did you do with one of those blank ones?
Well, I pulled a blank one, and I am like, oh, cool. So Angie wasn't playing. So I was like, all right, cool, I'm short my card. And it was blank, and I was like, I'm going to take this to my advantage. I'm going to be kind of shifty with it. I'm not going to do anything. And then I got told on. I got tattled on. So I was like,
The other teacher tattled on you.
Yeah.
so I was like, all right, I'll trade it in and grab another one. That's not fair. I'll grab another
In
one.
my defense, I was gonna let it slide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Well, and you guys have been like, "We'll just come up with something." I was like, "Well, no, that's not fair. That's not fair. You're supposed to fill these out ahead of time. I'll do the right thing. I'll put it back and get another one." I drew another blank one. So this time for sure, I wasn't telling anybody. I was playing it close to the chest, and I was going to cut with my own rule, like they said. So I was just like, "All right, well, I feel like eating cheese. There's a plate of cheese here, so I'm going to eat cheese every time we're doing stuff. I'm going to make sure I'm eating cheese."
Well, I knew you got another blank one.
Which was
Well,
hilarious.
Showed me, 'cause you knew I wasn't gonna
Yeah,
That
but
was hilarious.
I stuck to it though. That was my thing. I had to do. So every time like we'd flip the timer, we'd have to start talking. I'd be like, "Well, I got free things." I just put cheese in my mouth. So it worked out. So I like that about this game. I like the opportunity to eat cheese.
Yeah.
just the opportunity to eat cheese.
But no, the meat of it really is.
The cheese.
Well, yeah.
No, cheese is not meat.
Oh.
Figuring
damn
out what everyone's madness is and trying to work around it. So that's really the meat of the game.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's super straightforward.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, so I mean, so that certainly worked though. It was fun. It was fun. There was one or two that were really frustrating, but like it was fun.
Yeah. As I was playing this game, I was constantly thinking to myself, like, if I played this 10 times, would the jokes, would the humor get old like Cards Against Humanity? Like, would it wear out its welcome? I don't know if it would, because there's always going to be something a little different. The combinations of madnesses of everyone at the table and the tasks that you have to complete as you're scaling the mountain and stuff, like, because there's still like a co-op game underneath it all,
Right.
So I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know how long this would keep its welcome.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Say I got a group together, we played this game every time we got together and stuff because it was so much.
Yeah,
eventually, you're gonna learn what all the madnesses is, and it's like you're gonna like gamify it in your mind. You're gonna be like, well, this is how we work around this guy. I know he has this one and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you're gonna do the rounders thing. So, like, I'm gonna Matt Damon the shit out of this.
Yeah, exactly.
That does seem like it would probably, but something you're gonna play, a couple times and kind of forget it's on your shelf or something.
Yeah, and like
It works out.
Especially if you only
fun.
play like once a year or something like that too. It's going to be fresh for a long time.
Yeah, but PJ, who plays a game just once a year, besides us?
And I feel like most people have games and stuff. Most people I know, they don't play board games; they collect board games.
Okay, that's true.
I don't know what makes you think that.
Yeah. This is like the only place I've ever played games, though, so it's really cool. Like, I'm not judging. You're cool. You, however, Dan, you probably have games.
He has games he doesn't touch.
Yeah.
I do, because I don't have anyone to play them with, and you have them all already.
You literally have a podcast where all you do is get with friends and play games.
Because
You're
he
like
has
one of the
them
last
all.
people who has that excuse.
PJ has them all already.
But he didn't have this one,
That's right.
Yeah.
and now you do.
That's right.
So, yeah.
And he wouldn't even teach me how to play it.
No, I made him teach me,
No, yeah,
and it's my game.
That's what I do. I mean, I just keep on lending you guys
I know,
games
right?
when I want to learn how to play them.
Yes, the Godzilla game, for example.
Turned out okay.
That was great.
Nate didn't like it, but I find it to be a pretty fun game. It's
Off.
a what?
Off.
This
That's
is
right,
his
he-
madness card again.
He didn't like it because he lost.
Oh,
See, I know what's going on.
See, not only did he lose, though, he, could not.
I mean,
at all.
it was an epic fail.
The cards would not let him win.
No, the
at
cards
all.
were against him from the beginning. In the way of length, this is probably one of the shorter games that we've played. We did draw it out just a little bit, just to ensure that we won, or at least had a better chance of winning. But this is a game that you can... I mean, if your whole strategy is, I don't care how many cards we have, how many relics we have at the end, I just want to get the hell out of
Yeah,
here.
let's survive.
Like, let's
Best
just... I mean, that was pretty much your strategy.
Yeah, I was like, just
JB.
rush our way up.
Listeners, I apologize about the running water in the background. The shower's running. Anything else that works about this?
I've said my piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed my time. It's not like I don't know. The pros weren't so pro that I have lots to talk about.
Yeah.
It was fun to play.
To piggyback off what Dan said, though, it's like the perfect length.
Yeah.
If it were longer, I think I'd get annoyed. I mean, with the madnesses and everything.
I'm not gonna lie, there are some games you have that I love, but at the same time I'm going, God damn it, this is so fucking long. I'm done. I don't want to continue. I'm done. Let's play something else.
Yeah, I'd be willing to play it again, but I don't know if I'd want to. Oh, let's go around the whole board and try everything.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean?
no.
Like, you're right. It was a good length.
Yeah.
Whereas, I'd rather play 2 games of it than the time it would take to do one and just go everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
let's see what else we can get. Because there's not a lot of meat to it. The actual game is pretty simple. You're just adding up numbers with your card suits.
Yeah.
That's it. So, you are correct. The length is certainly it's a boon.
So what doesn't work?
Okay, JB, go for it.
I mean, I had already mentioned, it was kind of annoying. They had cards with the same backs. They weren't, distinct enough. So when something's grab a... I don't even remember what they were. I was just, I was on autopilot the whole time. You got all the sections on the left where you had, the different things. It was, relics and equipment and all this. I didn't know the difference between it. I was just waiting for you to hand me a thing. Let's see what it did.
It took a lot longer to set the board up than necessary because of that, too.
It did.
Because, all the cards look the same, so it's put these cards here. Okay, what's the difference between card A and card B? I'm looking at them here. What's the difference?
Yeah, but I also think that now that we're familiar with it, it's going to be a lot easier to set up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, like, a first setup, it's going to be frustrating, but now that you know the cards, now that you know how to play and what's going on, I think it's going to be rather quick. A quick setup and a quick play.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with the game, but personally, I think our communication was poor. I would like constantly like ask you guys a question while the clock was ticking. Was just like, I have 4. Does that do it? And everyone would just like look at me, just like,
is he speaking
like,
our language?
So I think we could have communicated better. I was just kept on asking direct questions and not getting answers.
See that's just.
But that's also on me because like I was like
people.
half paying attention to during the first couple. I was like asking about rules. I was like, wait, what? Like, what are we doing now? What are we doing now? I did.
So the one thing that kind of I wouldn't call it a con, but something that I did find a little irksome are those player cards. The player cards are cool. Like, the art on this whole thing looks really nice. Looks really neat.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, you're this character. You're this character. Yeah, that's awesome. What do they do? Nothing. It fucking does nothing.
Yeah, I don't know what
It's
the point
like,
of that.
hey, here's just a quick player guide for you, and you're this person for some reason. Like,
Yeah,
do
I
I
don't
get
understand.
any special abilities? Is there something that I can do? No, fuck you. You've got the same thing as everybody else, different portrait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why have them at all?
Exactly.
Like, that's the only thing where I'm like, oh, there was such a huge missed opportunity from that.
Yeah.
That they could have added in something like, oh, if you're this person, you get this perk. Maybe
Yeah, you get
don't-
like +2 guns or
or
something.
or you get an
You
extra
can breathe
card.
fire.
All right, now let's not get outlandish. Okay.
Yeah, we're fighting Shoggoths here,
Yeah.
okay? We're not
Jesus
breathing fire.
Christ.
God.
And I'm assuming there's like
I love you.
I'm assuming there's lore for these characters too, because like I was like Dorothy, I don't know, Mabooty or something, and then on the other side of it was like either her like brother or husband, like Chuck Mabooty, you know.
Oh no.
I don't remember,
Sorry, what?
but like there's got to be lore for this. Otherwise, like what's the point?
I don't think so. Those names like don't sound familiar at all.
Like, Danforth sounds familiar, but that's it.
Because half of it's your actual name, Dan.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, there was brand
Okay,
synergy.
let's do this real time.
Real time research.
Yep, real time
that was
research
me.
right here. So I'm gonna type in Lovecraft.
Mabooty.
Frank H.
Mabooty.
Pabooty.
Oh, Pabooty. Yeah, Pabooty.
Pabooty.
Donny Pabooty.
P-A-B-O-D-I-E.
Dad H.
B-O-D-I-E.
Pabooty. That sounded like Adam Sandler. That's it.
He's an actual character in at the Mountains of Madness.
Okay, now, I'm taking it the other side. Dorothy is just like, hey, we need a female because equality or something.
That's
I mean,
freaking
just 'cause
rude.
why not? Because the books didn't have any.
Because girls want representation or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, like whatever.
Yeah, there is no Dorothy Pabooty.
That's what I thought.
So yeah, it's just a male and a female
Yeah, it's
variant.
It's funny. So for Danforth, that's just one name, by the way. Danforth.
The woke agenda with these made-up characters on the back of a board game card. When I can turn every character into a woman.
Well,
Make your own characters.
So that's what you got with Danforth, and it's just one name, Danforth. And then you flip it to the back, and it's, hey, it's a chick. What's her name? Danforth.
Well, yeah, it works.
Well,
Like, okay, no first name?
probably wouldn't be.
Dana Forth.
It wouldn't. It would be frowned upon if they're like Mrs. Danforth.
I get Miss. Ms. I don't. Whatever. But that just a huge missed opportunity for another game mechanic.
So yeah, for some
there's no
asymmetry there.
Yeah, no point to pick a character.
Right.
You
It's
don't
just-
even need colors. I mean, you're all on the same team. You can
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, it was nice to have a little card to tell us what to do during each phase of the
And
turn.
that's basically the
turn,
only thing
though.
that's good for.
Yeah, it's a little reference thing. And you get
I-
those. What were the little blocker guys? They curses or something like that. You got the things that like blocked out your ability to spend coins on stuff.
Oh yeah, so
What was it called?
when you get a relic, you get two forms of madness. One is your madness card, which screws you up when you're trying to actually play your cards trying to beat whatever level you're on of the mountain. And then if you get the relic, it tells you that you can't do a certain action now that you normally could do when you're the leader. So the next time you're the leader, you can't do this. So it starts taking away your abilities to use those leader tokens.
Yeah. So those things, I hated those pieces. Those little
gibberish things.
Yeah, little inch-long cardboard or 3-inch long cardboard, little sleeve to put in just to block a little thing on your character sheet. I thought that was kind of like ridiculous. Like they could have tokens or something. It didn't have to be this like annoying sliver of cardboard that you had to put over a thing.
Like
because the game already has like it's got pieces. It's got like 7 types of cards. Well, not. I mean,
I thought it was kind of neat, but I understand it's a little cumbersome.
It's just like pieces I'm going to lose. Extra stuff I'm going to lose is those like 1 centimeter.
Yeah,
long
okay, I agree.
Guys.
So it's a little superfluous. You don't need that.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of the things in here are like that. Besides your tiles that you need, like you've got this sled with your dog team on it. Besides being a marker and saying, first, the leader gets this.
Well, yeah, we're supposed to pass it around.
We're not gonna do that. We didn't really use it. So, I mean, we used it, but we didn't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been I mean, we kept a stationary thing. It could have just been a spot on the board. You keep your coins or your, card pile.
And
the
each
idea of
leader
passing
could
it
have
around.
gotten like a little token that's like, you're the leader now.
Yeah.
You're the leader.
I mean, even that seems unnecessary, but it seems like it makes more sense than here's like a giant 3x7 cardboard piece that we're going to pass around each person every turn.
But now I'm just picking things apart just to be an ass.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm doing.
I mean,
I enjoyed the game. I'm trying to think, it's like, what else sucks? Not really that much, but it could be a minor inconvenience depending on how you look at it.
And that's what it is, though. It's like they're minor inconveniences. It's not hurting the game. It's not bettering the game. It's just something that.
We noticed.
Something you notice, like, if you just go in and be like, I'm playing this game, that was awesome, I've got nothing bad to say about it, like, cool. But that's kind of what this whole thing is about. Besides, getting the games and telling the stories that we can make of these, it's like, this is the kind of thing that's like, do you really need this?
Yeah. I've been silent for the past couple of minutes, because as you guys were talking, I remembered that as we were playing, like, there are pictures on the locations we go to.
Yeah.
And there's text on it. We don't care about that, because all we care about are the symbols of what we need to do to beat the goal.
Yeah.
So what's really cool, though, and it's a pro and a con, is that, so I found the albino penguins. It's a tile here. And there's artwork of the penguins and everything. And then there's a quote from the story.
The story, yeah.
Like, every card has a quote from the story about whatever it is.
Like,
which is really cool.
Like the square structures here. Odd formations on slopes of highest mountains. Great low square blocks with exactly vertical sides and rectangular lines of low vertical ramparts. Like
the regular cards have those too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never have time to read them because you're in such a hurry to beat the sand timer.
Yeah. Now, I think we did have time, but we were so busy picking on each other at the end of our turn and figuring out what we accomplished and what we didn't.
Yeah. Also, the blind penguins. It's more of a quote about the Shoggoths than it is about the penguins. So the quote is, there were several of the blind albino penguins. Their fear of the oncoming entity was extreme to the point of unaccountability. So it's like, it's more about the Shoggoth coming in than it is about them.
Yeah, but
penguins are normally all all accountability, though.
That's true.
They dress
That's
very
obviously.
professionally.
They got the tuxedos on and everything. Yeah.
Not just that, but when they pair up, those guys are like, that's my fucking kid. Don't you touch my kid. Like, they're very
protective.
Yes.
I thought of another thing about this game
for it.
that needs improvement, or I don't like, or I would implement. Because again, it's very obviously it's like a card game. You have 4 suits of cards. You're spending them on stuff. I wish in that vein, though, it had something like poker or something when you're playing, like a 5-card set or something where you get to trade in cards if you want. Because by the end, I was having all of like one resource.
Yeah,
right.
Like, I couldn't get any weapons.
That's how it was for me. The last, I think,
it'd be nice to have a thing where you're like, oh, I'm gonna like do something. I'll spend 1 to trade 2 other ones in.
I wonder if we could have just like started dumping cards. In
Yeah, I don't know,
you
because the last 4 rounds I had nothing but weapons cards.
Well, and that's
we didn't even use them until the end.
I had nothing but the books or knowledge or whatever they are.
Yeah.
I had nothing but those. So thank God our last round, it's like, oh, you need 13 books. I'm like, oh, here you go. But it was all I had, and because I wasn't spending them, I wasn't getting new cards in.
Right.
So either that's a mechanic that I hope is in the game and we overlooked, or it'd be nice if it had something like that. Because we only played 3 of us. It's a, 3 to 5 person game.
Yeah.
I feel like with 5 of us, it'd be a lot easier to meet those goals. It was kind of hard for us to afford them sometimes, but
Right.
I wish there was some sort of card exchange thing going on, like in poker, where you can just like, I'll take 2. That would have been cool because we were just all ending up with the same suits, and maybe we just like, I don't know, didn't shuffle them enough, or it's the luck of the draw, or whatever. But
Right.
that annoyed me quite a bit. I mean, we still won, so that's cool. The game's getting a positive review from me, at least like a 4 out of 6.
All right. That's
Yeah.
This was a good game. This was a really fun game.
I
would definitely play this again.
I would. I really thought we were going to go for round 2, and then I was like, we should probably get the podcast started.
Yeah, it's one I wouldn't mind playing like multiple games back to back.
Yeah.
Like one night or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I'm less inclined to like, all right, like we put everything away. It's like there's a bunch of stuff. If it's already out, I'll play another round. I'll do 2 or 3. Why not? Because it can be certainly quick, and I want to see the rest of the madness stuff. I want to see how weird it gets.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to like some of the games we've played, especially with UJB, I would play this for like a second and third round rather than play 2 rounds of the Godzilla game. And I loved that game. I had a lot of fun with it. I don't want to play another round of that.
Yeah.
I want to play that game, be like, oh, that was cool. Okay, what's next?
Yeah, I had my fill of it.
Yeah. It's like, okay, we did our monster-thon. What else can we do now?
Yeah. Plus, that's a game that the whole appeal is you get to play as Godzilla monsters. Like, the actual game's not very fun.
You know what is fun?
Oh, God damn it.
Dark story time.
No. Okay. I think I already did all my good guesses.
Yeah, I mean, I used my most.
Are you just ready for a solution?
Yeah, just fucking
here?
solution.
I feel like I'm missing something really stupid.
Oh, you definitely are missing something very stupid.
All right, give it to us. Thanks.
Jack was a scientist.
Oh,
and
what kind of scientist was he? We forgot about that detail we never asked.
Well, he was never.
Sorry to
never
interrupt.
said he was a
He was
scientist.
This
okay.
is brand new information.
I thought you were repeating the original first
No.
to show us how stupid we are.
Who worked near the North Pole? Do you need to hear any more?
I fucking hate you.
When he went walking, he walked towards the north and stopped to eat his sandwich exactly at the North Pole. When he tried to return home, his compass was useless, since every direction pointed south.
So I was kind of right when I said the whole, like, his compass was all weird. But I had the
we were
wrong
blaming
reason.
the compass,
You blamed
though.
his belt,
we weren't
though.
blaming the
His belt
Earth's
buckle.
magnetic field. We were like, oh, there's a problem with the compass. The compass is broken.
I was thinking of changing North Pole to South Pole so it would fit our story and our game better.
I mean, it would have worked.
Yeah, it's the same. And I just bought the thing yesterday, so it really, ties in.
so excited about that. Like, I told Angie we need to watch the movie, and I know she's not keen on watching horror movies.
It's so good.
Oh, it's a great movie.
But
it's so good.
I feel that we need to we need to set a day where everybody's free to watch the movie, get psyched up, and then play the game.
Yeah. Watching people play the game, I'm like, this is Dead of Winter. The game is
just looking at it, I had that feel.
Yeah. But until the alien is revealed, and then it completely shifts tone.
Oh, I bet.
So I'm excited to try this game out. I'm really excited to play that game.
This is gonna be fun.
I don't want to do the first half where it's like, "Ooh, who's the thing? Who is it? Who's your spy? Who's the special boy?" But I do want to do the thing where, oh shit, there's a monster. Like, who's got the flamethrower?
I was going to say, intended. The thing about the first half is that you are trying to upkeep the base, make sure the boiler doesn't break, or else you'll all freeze to death, and make sure you have enough food, and you're trying to fix up the snowcat and things like that.
You're going the opposite of Wilford Brimley. So you're trying to make sure the equipment's operational, and you have things.
Yeah, I just want to do the
And the
blood
whole time,
test.
the thing is like, because you want to do things in partners because then you can accomplish your goals easier. But if you're in the same room with the thing, there's a chance you can get infected by it.
You can get thinged.
And so you as the thing would be like, hey, you want to go over here and like solve this problem together? And and so then like try to get them infected. And then you like their sabotage cards, so you can like, say you're going to help something and then just ruin it.
So this is where Among Us got all their shit from.
Well, yeah, and I was just thinking, though, because if you're fighting the thing, we should sabotage everything.
Oh, yeah, board games have been doing this stuff long before Among Us. Like, Dead of Winter came out in, like, 2016, 2017, something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And, yeah, it's the same exact stuff.
Because we played that on one of my visits.
Yeah. Well, no, it was over Tabletop Simulator.
Was it?
Yeah.
Of course, when I
Yeah, we played it online.
All right, that's where it was. I remember I played it with you. That's another one we should do. Down the line.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's just a
should
couple...
say my piece.
Yeah, okay.
We would
First
have
half,
played it
yeah.
tonight, but there are a couple weird rules. Like, sometimes your character has to lie down and take a rest, and I don't know, like, why or how they get back up. so I'm like, I'm not ready to play that game or teach that game right now.
I mean, does somebody get to take, like, a little thing of bourbon and pour it down a computer? And call it a cheating bitch?
The chess wizard.
It was Scotch. It was J and
Oh,
B.
that's right. It was J&B Scotch.
Yeah.
Sorry, JB.
Yeah.
He's
right.
like, I fucking know that because my initials.
Because it's my name. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time my aunt for Christmas, she got me this bottle of like Dollar General lemonade or something because it was like JB's lemonade. She's like, ha, I got it because your name's on it. And I was like, okay, well, there's Scotch with my name on it too. Like, you could have just done that. Like, I would have rather had a bottle of booze than like Hawaiian punch style lemonade.
I sent Dan a picture of some lemonade I found on the beach this summer.
Oh, God.
And it's this bright pink lemonade, and it has a picture of a hammer and a sickle on it, and it's called Leninade.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was hilarious.
Oh, jeez.
I bought it just for the pun.
Yeah.
Yep. So, would you recommend this game?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd recommend to play it if like someone has. I'm not going to go out and buy it. But like, yeah, I would play it.
Yeah.
If it was available to me. Sure.
Like you said before, you can usually find this game on sale for like $25.
Yeah, wait for it to go on sale. There's a reason why it's on sale a lot, and it's like JB and I said, like, it's probably because it's going to wear out its welcome if you play it too much, Right. But if you just do this like around Halloween time every year, just to
be fun.
do something fun, silly, and creepy and all that, like, this game will never outwear its welcome.
Yeah, this would be something for me where like I wouldn't even say once a year, maybe once a few months. Let's do this real quick because it's a short fun game.
If you have the right group of friends over, it's
definitely.
Or like people who are interested, like they're like, oh, I like board games, but they've never played like a hobby board game.
Yeah.
You can be like, all right, I have something for you. Like, you've never seen a game do this before, because like the rules are easy enough that you can jump into it pretty easy. It's good and silly and something different.
Yeah, I really do like the silly aspect of it. I love the madness cards.
Yeah.
You saw my expression some of the times. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and the whole
So
thing.
did you have to sing the first?
Yes.
That was your first one?
My first one, I had to sing everything I said. TJ!
I have 11 tools.
I also have 11 tools.
I have 4 tools.
Do you need 4 or 5 tools to make an even one? Yes, PJ.
I can play 8 tools then.
How many tools do you have?
Well, how much more do we need? Okay, 5. Yeah, I can.
And I can do
Why
6
didn't you
knowledge. Knowledge. Yes, PJ.
I have 6 knowledge.
God damn it, let's do it.
I just thought you were like getting in the spirit. I didn't even think of it like.
No, that was my madness.
You're just,
I had to sing.
You're just like, I've got 2 guns, and I'm like, all right, cool. He's excited. He's got 2 guns.
Like I had to sing everything. So when I got rid of it, like, oh, thank God. And then I saw the new one. Fuck.
Yeah.
The second one was every time somebody mentioned crates, I had to yell, and then I could no longer say anything.
And so I was the first one to do it. I'm like, I have 2 crates. And he goes, what?
Like, what? And she's like, what? What's wrong?
And I knew
Can't see
immediately
anything.
what happened after that.
Yeah. It helps, though, that we also didn't call the things by what they were actually called. We were calling weapons guns. We were just calling them.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got 2 boxes. What do you got? If someone has it, definitely play it. If you're gonna buy it, make sure you're not confusing it with Mansions of Madness, because when he told me we were playing this, that was what I thought of. I was like, oh hell yeah, dude, like I'm in. I love that game. Like,
then he sat down and saw his board.
I
and
thought
was
this was
like,
an
what the-
expansion that takes place entirely on the mountain.
I wish, like they said, they're done making content for for Mansions of Madness. I wish they would make a Mountains of Madness expansion.
Like that's what I thought though when he said the name of the game until I looked it up. I was like, oh cool, this is probably like an outdoor version.
Nope, sorry.
Yeah, it's Lovecraft's fault, but like,
blame a guy that's been dead for a long time.
Don't get him
now.
confused. You know? Or you can make some kid very happy for Christmas if he's like, I don't know. If I ended up getting Mansions, I'd be excited. Yeah.
But listeners, if you want an amazing non-racist take on Lovecraft, it's called the Lovecraft Investigations. It's a podcast. They just released season 4, and it's awesome. It is really cool. And they have an awesome setup for season 5.
Nice.
So, anyways, that's my plug for a different podcast, not made by me.
Yeah, way to go.
Yep.
I always thought because Lovecraft was so racist that maybe the horrible otherworldly knowledge that will drive men insane is that just like, oh yeah, people are people. They're like all the same. And he was just like, no, this cannot be. I should dig out my eyes and cut out my tongue. Like that's the thing in all his stories that unspeakable cosmic knowledge.
They're saying,
wait, we're all people? And he's
Wait.
like, this can't possibly be true.
we're all equal, but no, that's not right.
That's that horrible arcane knowledge that he just can't possibly face.
Well, maybe when it comes to Lovecraft himself, that was...
That's what I'm saying. That's probably what it was.
Oh, boy.
Fun.
Yep.
And it's sad because one of my favorite Lovecraft stories is Herbert West, Reanimator. And you're reading,
Oh, man, that's a racist
you're like,
story.
wow. Like, I'm reading, I'm like, this is great. This is so good. This is... Whoa! Did you really say that?
Yeah, that's one. Stick to the movie on that one. It's one of the few times where, like, usually people are like, no, the book was better. Read the book. Nah, don't do that. Just watch Reanimator. Jeffrey Combs is amazing.
Oh, Jeffrey Combs is fantastic.
Read.
So I have listened to the podcasts where people are like, oh, yes, we're going to read the story. And I'm like, all right, cool. What are they going to do with the racist parts? And they just completely either gloss over it and be like, yes, so flip. And you're like, where the hell did that part? You know what? No, it's good. Good on you for getting rid of all of that.
Yeah. I always wanted to be like, when they're making documentaries like that, though, I always wanted to be a guy sitting in the corner smoking a cigarette who just occasionally yells out truth bombs. So, they'll be talking about, like, Edgar Allan Poe, and they'll be like, and he's just, like, really, like, was infatuated and loved this girl. Like, she was underage and his cousin.
That's how we'll wrap it up for this week, everyone.
Oh, oops.
Don't forget to email us at gamesoverboard@gmail.com or visit us at gamesoverboard.com to meet the team. And there's an email link there. You can get all of our other episodes there, see our other 2 podcasts there as well.
Send us a comment on YouTube.
Absolutely. If you listen to this on YouTube, leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. Did you agree, disagree with our review?
I mean, do you think I'm a silly little bastard and JB's the bomb, or vice versa?
I think we should just go home because this chair's hurting my ass now.
I'm going to have to smack it down. The chair, I mean...
We should have ended it 40 seconds earlier.
Yeah, we were on a roll.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.
Yeah.